We are on hopefully our last 24 hours. It says, oh golly, it's crazy looking out there, but we have made it. Hello.
That's a good amount of sludge down there.
And then that could have been part of the problem.
Gotta take the boat out for days. The start of the world arc is upon us.
Yeah, absolutely pushed it to the last second.
Alright, we got a fish on. Big jumps back behind us. Not sure what it is, but we got a lot of line and a lot of time. Not too much time. Alright, he's finally stopped. Oh, just kidding. Maybe broke.
Yeah, I think so.
I'm guessing that was another, with the jumps like that, sailfish or marlin.
Had it not slipped?
No.
Sure?
100%. That's a break somewhere. Clean break. Don't know. We'll get back out there, try to get it. That'll probably look ugly. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. We are on hopefully our last 24 hours. As you can see to our left, rain. You can see to our right, bluish skies. Out in front of us looks like a mix. Hoping to avoid everything. What'd you miss? What'd you miss? Didn't miss a whole lot. Last night was pretty easy. We've been motoring quite a bit, so had to check how much fuel we had left, and it turned out to be better than what we thought. Do you think it's because we're motor sailing? Low RPMs helping, maybe motor sailing helping, but said it just helps get you further. Everything's looking a-okay. Knock on wood. Really only done a lot of reading, a lot of fishing, or riding. Tried a lot of fishing. You guys saw the marlin that we hooked up into. I think we've hooked into 3 now, 3 or 4. Really cool, really fun. Mahi have not shown up again. I think that might be because lure selection. I'm gonna try to buy some new stuff when we get to St. Lucia. Kind of have to. We've run out of quite a bit, broken off quite a bit, unfortunately. Gonna have some tuna for lunch today, but anyways, seas are picked up a little bit from yesterday, but way less from the other day. So it's easy going. As I said in the very beginning, good times, good vibes, good people. See what happens. Be informed if we get any more fish. I don't know. Ready to get in the water, that's for sure. Ready to do some diving, spearing, hunting, and drinking. There's a country song called that. It has those lyrics. There's a good shot of CJ. See you later. Hello, friends. Started you too early. Grass says, oh golly. It's lunch today. Thank you, CJ. Some of the tuna we caught before, still the blackfin. A little bit of rice, soy sauce, honey, salt, vegetable oil. But yeah, that's the update. See you in 20 hours. Well, you guys kind of see the tip of the mountain over there. It's crazy looking out there, but we have made it. Hello. Hello. We are just about to St. Lucia after 5 days? Day 5. Day 5 from DR to St. Lucia, and we can see the island so close that we can taste it, but we have to tack up. Second time now that we've had to do this, kind of, sort of. The wind, these storms kind of suck us out further south than we want to go, and then I guess the maps are slightly different, so we thought we were aiming at the right spot. Turned out not to be. A little too far south. We're going on the north side of the island. Hopefully we get to do some exploring. I don't know that we'll have much time. We got quite a few projects to get done before we set sail for Santa Marta, Colombia. We're gonna try to enjoy our time here. We got a few meetings to go to. So yeah, we got 6 days, 3 days at the marina, so we definitely can get some drone shots from where we anchor. We're gonna try to get in the water. We definitely have to get in the water to look at the bottom, scrape up a little bit, clean off any algae. Comparatively to Cape Marina, don't think we're gonna have to scrape too much. Water's a little cleaner over here, down and over, wherever the f we are. A few things to figure out. One, we gotta set up that dinghy a little better. Does not sound good late at night when the waves are kicking our butt. Project number 2, we need to fix the head sail. Project number 3 is the engine down there. CJ found the source of the leak, so it should be a quick little gasket. That's the update. Can't wait to show you guys some underwater footage and not our ugly mugs, but they're kind of pretty. The island's a whole lot prettier. We'll see you when we're anchored up. Phew.
That's a good amount of sludge down there. We're gonna clean that up first this morning by trying to soak up as much oil with the absorbent pads as we can, and then we'll vacuum up the rest and put in the bottles. It was leaking here in the crankcase, right back there. there is a gasket in between the third and fourth injection pump that is broken, and it was leaking all along that crankcase right in there. So we're going to start cleaning that up and hopefully fixing that, and then we're going to call the Rodney Bay Marina and hopefully be able to get a slip in there for a couple days. An added expense I wasn't looking forward to, but we have so many things to fix. We're going to need to get to land. Gonna get started. Start by taking off the crankcase. It should just be these 3 bolts, which I believe are 12mm. Pop that off, and then we can get right in here and see this gasket that's obviously not put back to where it was supposed to be. Not ideal. We'll find that in a bit. I got another 12. I don't know why 2 of those were early on and 1 of them wasn't. Maybe that could have been part of the problem. I'm going to pop this guy off. Let's see, we're going to try and drop no crap in there. You see this gasket? I think that's part of the problem. Looks like the gasket wasn't put on properly. You gotta be real careful when you're doing this that you don't want any junk getting into those pistons. We've got a little make a gasket kit. I don't know that it'll work for this. We might try anyway, because this gasket's pretty much effed. If I can do that liquid rubber sealant as a gasket, but I don't know. So that's all it is. I'm gonna try and put this gasket back on, put that back on, remove any dumb things that were left here like a random screw, and try and put this together and see if we can stop the leak. Got this Yamabon Motorsport. It's a silicone-based liquid gasket that fills gaps on flanges and other rubber-like gaskets that resist high temperature, seals joints, and offers gear engine oil resistance. So hopefully we're going to put this in along all this cracks here that we just cleaned up real nice, and then we're going to take our old gasket, put it back in. It needs to be replaced, but we don't have a replacement. So hopefully this fills all the gaps and replaces the gasket that was here in the spots it's needed. We're going to let that sit for 10-15 minutes because it takes an hour to cure, so it's nice and tacky, so when I flip it over the gasket doesn't fall right back out. Gaps on there. I'm going to take my finger. I don't want to smooth it too flat, just so it fills all those gaps nice and evenly. May have done too much because it's going to push this out when we push that other gasket in there. I don't know that we necessarily need that gasket once we put it in. I also don't know that the Yamabon is really meant for this. At least this seems to want to stick now. Just get it all in there, just try to fill all those gaps. It should take an hour to seal. It's pretty tacky already, so it shouldn't be an issue, but just to be safe I want to give it 15 minutes and then we'll go ahead and throw it back on the crankcase, tighten everything back down, and that will hopefully stop our leak until we can find a new gasket. We've got that pretty clean. This is all tacky and it was clean before, so we're going to slide this on, but you don't want to slide it around because that's going to move your gasket. You want to try to get it as much vertically centered before you set it down as possible. seems to be it right there. Now the other thing we're gonna do is make sure these are nice and snug. But you see how it's bubbling out? I'm gonna hope that's good for now because that means we're sealing those gaps, and it seems to have a consistent thing all the way around. We're gonna hand tighten so we know it fits in all the grooves. Once everything's nice and hand tight, we'll snug it up. Think of it kind of like a tire though. You want it nice and even. We'll get everything nice and snug and then tighten it down after. My only fear is that stuff now gums up my pistons and then we have a much bigger issue. But if we wait for it to fully dry, it shouldn't be a problem.
Oh my, look at the mega yacht that we're rolling up to. 180 footer. It is absolutely beautiful here. Look at that. Look at the size of those motors on that boat. That thing will do 70 and it'll probably break apart at 80. What's up, guys? Decided to take the boat out for the day. We finally got a new motor on the dinghy. We got a few things fixed, so we're testing it by going out. We have to go make water as well, so we can have drinking water and shower water. But we're gonna go out to a spot that has some reefs, 20 to 30 foot of water. See if we can see some fish, maybe catch something if we can. I'm excited to see. The water should be ultra clear, decently warm. But yeah, we're on the move out to a point. Shit. I tried to go down and swallow a bunch of water. Yeah, a whole bunch of little guys right here. I'm gonna try to go down and see them. Pretty cool. Use those legs.
So basically our racer and our C-clip, I don't know if it popped through, I put it on wrong, I don't know. but the racer is now above the C-clip and it caused a lot of issues. We snapped the line and we discovered this, so it's a much bigger issue because it had pulled out. So I need to take this sleeve off if we can and try to make it to where, yeah, I gotta pull this off somehow. I'm hoping if I undo this, that'll slide all the way off of there, and then I should be good to take the drum off, and then we can fix that on deck without having to go below deck to do all this stuff. But I don't know, we'll see.
What's up, guys? The start of the World Arc is upon us. Today is this January 11th. Thought it was December. We didn't film much here. Then again, we didn't do much other than this is now fixed. We got a new line here. Everything's taken care of. Got 2 mega yachts behind us. More sailboats coming out. What's gonna be happening here once we get out is we'll have about 30-45 minutes to make water as we wait for the official start of the World Arc. But we're here, we made it. We're doing the dang thing, so. Thank you! Yeah, see you later. Yeah, you should just have to hit the top button. Same code again. We put on the
bridle.
You got shit on top of shit. It's hard to get other shit out.
Don't forget to flex for the camera.
I'm trying. Dude, my biceps look good.
Oh, they look great. Yeah.
All right. How much? To 50?
Yeah, it should work here. Yeah, maybe 70.
We have absolutely pushed it to the last second. We are leaving here in 30 minutes and we still have to make water, so we're gonna miss that start time. We had to take apart the entire furley drum yesterday, put it all back together because the bearing slipped out with the C-clip. So that spent all day yesterday fixing that, and then there was a 2-day motor fiasco on the dinghy. I promise we'll get better at filming everything. We're doing really awful with that right now. We're gonna hurry up and make some water so we can at least try to keep up with the fleet. Everyone's betting on us being last, but we'll be first. Not first, but you know.
I don't know if you can see the bottom, but you can see the bottom.
We're also going to hoist the spinnaker sock up. We're going to get that ready to run. I haven't even checked wind direction. It's supposed to be at a 90 to 180 for our heading today. Preferably for the next 6 days is where it should be. There's some monster boats in this rigs. Rally, not a rigs, because they give you like a tea towel if you win. But we're going against like 70-foot boats that are brand new. They put us in Class B now, so we're in the category with the 40s to 50s, so we should hold our own there. They're definitely banking against us though, but should be fun.
I think this is the best run we have on board. As far as I know, it is.
It is.
Just cracking the cork now for this ceremony. We're currently facing north, and we're pouring some out for Poseidon. Please guard us during this journey. Now we're going to walk to the east. Neptune, we ask that you keep the boat safe. Head to the south. This one we pour out to Njord, who is the god of the ocean for the Swedes. Keep us safe. And then to the south, we pour one out for Yimaja, She lets us have an absolute fabulous time.
Oh, I didn't know.
Yeah.
That's like a banana flavor. That is
Kinda is.
delicious. I barely got any, but that's good.
Day 1 of the World Arc. Well, day 2. We have had a great sail so far. It's been a little rocky at times, but so far so good. We've flown the Spinnaker the entire time. I'm making mac and cheese right now. At some point we were in second place, which was kind of cool. I'm not sure how. We had a 2-hour late start because we had to make water. So we got to watch all the other guys go through and we just got to sit there. It's been, you know, pretty fun sail. Ripping 7, sometimes 8 knots, but mostly 7s. But it's a lot faster than some of the other boats. I got to check the tracker this morning. They are mid-6s. So for the boat that everyone was laughing at before, I think we're gonna do all right. A couple more days of us doing 7s while they're doing 6s, we're gonna be at the front of the pack. They're all kind of going like this, and we've got our Spinnaker rigged up kind of like how a catamaran does, tied up in the front. So it's just pushing us the correct direction with a following sea, so that's really awesome. Caleb's out there fishing. We hooked into a sailfish, got to watch it just go nuts, which is kind of cool, but we didn't get it in. And you know, Jason's just helping us navigate, learning the ropes. Caleb and I combined I've got about 6 months of actual sailing experience, even though I've owned a boat for 4 years. And Caleb's got about 2 weeks, because that's how long we've been sailing. And then Jason's got about 12 years of sailing experience, so it's nice having him on board to help me with all the different stuff. But it's been, you know, fun trip.
Ouch.
That hurt.
And action.
All right, we're downwind sailing.
Engage the core for sure. If I don't have a 12-pack by the end of this trip, I did something wrong. I probably drank too much, but...
I told you I was getting a fish today, Jason.
Oh yeah. I don't know if you can tell, I'm trying to keep the camera as steady as possible. That red line that Jason's messing with, completely came loose. There you go.